Hello, amazing human beings. I'm so excited to be here with you. We are doing a series this week, and I'm so excited about Little People Dream Big. And today's actually someone that I really admire because she's really big on climate change. She wants to make sure she fights for the right to make sure that this earth, our climate, our mother nature is being treated kindly and spreading the word of things that we can do to make sure that we make an impact on this world. I remember when I was teaching second grade a few years ago, we did this we learned all about how bad plastic is for the world, right? And I worked with amazing students who went out and got the message out to all of the students in the school about how bad plastic is to the world, especially plastic straws to the ocean and to animal life. So it's really awesome to get a cause to know that and to educate yourself on what it is. Like, we need to recycle, right? We need to put plastic bottles, separate them from the garbage so that they can be recycled. We need to know not to throw trash on the floor. Maybe take our bikes to school instead of like a car to school, or there's just different things that we can do to really make an impact on the world. So I want to share with you about this little girl. Her name is Greta Thunberg. She's a Swedish environmental activist who is internationally known for challenging world leaders to take immediate action against climate change. And she is very young, by the way. She is only, like, right now, she's 17, but she started this cause when she was a lot younger. So that's what I really admire about her. So I'm going to actually go straight to showing you some pictures about her, I should say. And this is a picture of her. This is Greta Thunberg. You see her? And she's a young girl that really, in her heart, she had a cause, and she said, I need to make an impact and I need to make a difference in this world. So I'm going to go straight to the book.
Have you ever heard of a little girl who was so concerned of the climate crisis that she wanted to do something about it? Well, in my hands is a book about a once little girl called Greta Thunberg. This book is by the Little People, Big Dreams series. It's written by Maria Isabel Sanchez Vergara, illustrated by Anke Weckman. Let's take a look and see who Greta Thunberg is. Little People, Big Dreams, Greta Thunberg. Written by Maria Isabel Sanchez Vergara, illustrated by Anke Weckman. Greta was a little Swedish girl who learned from her parents to turn off the lights, not to waste water, and never throw out food. 3 simple lessons for being kind to nature that most grown-ups haven't quite learned yet. She was very proud of her great-grand-uncle, Sven, a brilliant scientist who, 100 years before Greta was born, made an alarming discovery. The planet was warming up, and humans were the ones responsible for it. But even though adults have known this for a long time, not much has been done to change it. Every day, millions of tons of toxic gases are thrown into the air. Greta wondered what would be left of the planet when she grew up. At school, she watched a film about climate change. Most students were worried about polar bears losing their homes because of the North Pole melting out. Once the film was over, everyone forgot about it. Everyone except Greta. She felt so hopeless about the future that she stopped talking. Doctors said she had selective mutism and Asperger's syndrome, which meant she would only speak and pay attention to what was really important to her. Some may have thought that these were two terrible conditions, but they ended up becoming Greta's greatest powers. They helped her to stick to her promise, to do everything she could to slow down the planet's warming. Greta started by convincing her parents to give up air travel and stop eating meat. But there were dozens of other little things she could do. She knew that she couldn't stand up for something without walking the walk. She had done her homework, but it wasn't enough to stop global warming. Politicians had to do theirs too. One day, instead of going to school, Greta decided to sit quietly in front of the Swedish parliament, holding a sign. Not very many people noticed her that first day, but it didn't bother Greta. She kept going with her strike every single Friday. And every time she got there, more and more students joined her. It was time for children to wake up the adults. Soon, all over the world, thousands of students started skipping school to protest outside of the city halls, fighting for the future of the next generation. Inspired by Greta's story, millions of people from Melbourne to San Francisco flooded the streets in the first world strike against global warming. It was the biggest environmental protest ever. She crossed the ocean on a wind and solar-powered boat to speak in front of world leaders. In the name of all children, Greta asked people in power to stop making up excuses and start acting before it's too late. What started with just one girl with a handmade sign became a movement that includes us all. Because global warming is the greatest challenge humanity will ever face. But little Greta is no longer alone.
I love the super inspiring book about Greta and her following her heart, right? That's exactly what she did. She was not for the climate change. She was not for seeing this earth being abused anymore. And she said, it has to stop. And even though she was a child, she said, I can make a difference and I can make adults and politicians hear me so that they can understand that we need to make sure we take care of our earth. Have a super amazing day, everyone.